Everybody's trying to get on the crypto train, even those scumbags at Facebook.
Especially those scumbags at Facebook.
Welcome to the Tokyo Crypto Show featuring myself and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Charlie from cultivatecrypto.com. Yeah. How you doing today, mate?
Doing pretty good. Had a good dinner.
We got a special guest today. We've actually, we've been telling you guys what the deal is for a while, and we've been running around, and we were finally able to get this motherfucker. And we caught this son of a bitch right here. We caught the bear, who was part of the fucking bear market. And we're going to have a public execution today.
Run this fucker over.
This is symbolism that the bear market is officially over. You're never coming back. You're not coming back for 2 years, motherfucker. But I'm going to be on a yacht when you come back. Probably 2, yeah, or more. But the bear market is over. And we got you, motherfucker. So, execute your ass.
Put him into forced hibernation.
Get the fuck out of here, motherfucker. No more bear market. Welcome to peak professionalism. It is I, your host, Jonathan, and Charlie from Cultivate Crypto. What a roller coaster. I mean, it seems to me, let's just jump right into it. We're seeing some pretty solid support at about 9,100. Would you agree? Yeah. And resistance, in my amateur analysis, it seems that the resistance is about 9,300-ish.
We've been oscillating between those two price points, for the last few days.
Right.
So temporarily on the short term, I would say those two areas. The price right now is dipping a little bit below 9,100.
Right.
But it's basically been going sideways the last, most of this week after the weekend pump.
Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely wild. If I may quote one of the greatest philosophers of our time, 50 Cent, he said, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Yeah.
And
how much have we gained from almost 3 times since we started talking about this shit?
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
Traveling around
4,
with just
3,
$10,000 that I got
1.
basically for free on my iPhone. Speaking of my iPhone, we can set up the Instagram chat.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
It is. Let me tell you something. It is awesome to be making these digital crypto dollars.
Just press a few buttons, wait a few days, months, weeks, and it's there.
It's truly the magic internet money peak badass. Like literally, these. We like to knock on the normies on this show a lot.
Yeah. Because
the normies, they're Norman.
They're not quite getting it yet.
And it's funny, like the normies see me on the train, they're all checking their Instagram, they're checking all their mobile apps, buying shit, just
spending money mainly.
Spending
not
money.
Making money.
Normieing away. And what am I doing? I'm checking crypto prices. I'm making a couple moves on my phone, and between a couple stations, I'm making a couple, making a little extra pocket change, right? A little couple thousand never hurt anybody. And James Miller, thank you for the $5 super chat. That is the first donation of the Tokyo Crypto Show. Yeah. I'll be donating a portion of this to Charlie. The YouTube
let's split it 70-30 now.
Yeah, well, YouTube already took 30% of it when you go through the super chat.
It's fucking ridiculous, man.
I know. So, what's even more ridiculous is this fucking cryptocurrency that Facebook is launching. But how about we just do a little bit let's get right down to the juicy part. Charlie is our pricing expert. He has been leading us nothing but the right direction since we have started this show. I'm more of a little bit more of a macro trader. I was able to call that, I thought, all right around 6,300. I felt this is a good time to accumulate one whole Bitcoin. I did buy it, and at that point to now, I made a prediction saying that we're gonna hit 10,000. And
This year, yeah.
you're a little off about it. Molotov.
Yeah, in February, I was definitely on the edge with that one.
And then Molotov.
Well, he said no way.
Yeah, he said no way. And we are on the road. Now, what do you think? Do you think we're on the road for 10,000 this year?
Oh, almost definitely.
Yeah, I think it's so too. I think worst case scenario, we're going to see it in quarter 3.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What we're seeing right now is basically a pinch in the price, where it's oscillating between that couple $100 move.
Right.
And so once that gets resolved, if it gets resolved to the upside, we'll see $10,000 very, very soon.
Yes.
If that doesn't happen and we break down from here, then, like you said, quarter 3, very real possibility once we build back up.
And definitely, if not quarter 3, 100% quarter 4.
Yeah. I think that's an easy call at this point.
Well, yeah. I think that we're going to see 15,000 this year. That's what I said.
Possible.
That's what I said back then. And then theoretically, I may be struck with the Bitcoin bull delusional spell that seems to happen with the bull market. Sometimes you get this little bull guy comes. He's like, Bitcoin's going to 1 million. Spend your fucking liquidate your 401k.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't go into debt for buying cryptocurrency, right? Only use the money which you actually have.
Oh my god! The bear
he does speak to you.
The bear is dead. We have killed the bear. He has been silenced. And when Mark Zuckerberg is doing the whole, he's like, you telling me I can get privacy data and money at the same time with this cryptocurrency
it's a fucking
game?
wet dream, dude.
Oh my god! What a scumbag. So, real quick, before we're going to jump into the price, we're going to jump into the price right now. I just want to say what's up. I see some new members here. I see, so what's up to Tony S. and Brenton Walling. You guys are regulars. James Miller, solid guy. Done some consultations with him. John Bauman, all the way from the Middle East. He's an American man in the Middle East.
Interesting.
Cool guy. Had a good old chat with him. Mark Gordon from Ireland. And then Aaron Wolf. You are new. Welcome. And then also, Unactive. Welcome. And then Edgar Sandoval, you are a regular. Cody Mouse is a regular as well. What's up? And then Brenton says 50 Cent forgot he invested in Bitcoin. Yeah, that's funny. And
I saw an interview with that. It was fucking hilarious.
Mark Zuckerberg is a goblin.
He's pure evil. Yeah.
So let's just pop right into it. Okay, let's do a little price check.
Let's do it
and see what we got going on. Let me see. Where's this? Okay, we're in the little box down here. Okay.
Going to infinity and beyond.
All right, so we gotta hide the little Skype thing here, and the call up number is on the air right now. So if you guys want to call in, we are live on Blog Talk Radio, 657-383-1318. If you got any questions, give us a call. Charlie, why don't you take the reins here and tell us what you got?
Yeah, so for a lot of these guys who are in the chat, they jump on my show as well during the week, so they know where the price has been going. I put right here about 8,800 as basically a first sign, 88, 8,900. If we do break below that, currently we have these moving averages, which have currently actually crossed on the 6-hour chart here to the upside. Meaning this here, the yellow one, is the 50-day moving average. When the 50-day moving average is on top, the 100 in the middle, and the 200 on the bottom, that's full-on bull pattern. Mm-hmm. And so that's what will support the price. Ultimately, as we try to continue climbing higher here towards 10,000. So that's the goal. That's what we're looking for. But we are in a phase where if you really, just kind of go back, look from where we came from. We're in a state of not ecstasy yet. We're in a state of happiness, right?
Right.
Because we've made some good fucking money.
And 2 there is this year. This 2 right there with the crosshairs.
Yeah, everything from here happened from December of 2018.
Wow.
That's the end of the bull market. That's when you shot him. He was officially dead.
End of the bear market. Market.
That's what I said.
You said bull.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
End of the bear. End of the bear market. End of the bear, guys.
Yeah. I didn't know that, but I didn't know I said that. But
that's
yeah,
all good.
So basically, there's where it died.
Okay.
People thought it was going to roll over here. It crushed it, crushed through this top here, and just been continuing to go like crazy. So look at when we started talking about this. I can't see the dates on here, but let me there we go. Basically, we started talking about it during this consolidation area here, back in early February. So it jumped up, and then that was kind of the signal that this thing was going to take off at some point. But this jump was a little bit earlier than we had expected. But I mean,
that right there was the pump of the 100 million.
Yeah, in like 2 hours.
Yeah, by somebody in Asia. They figured out it was somebody investing into the. So I mean, theoretically, this bull market, I don't want to say it could be artificially made.
I mean, it depends what your definition of artificial is, but definitely it's people with a shit ton of money.
Right.
It's not, just your average. I mean, there are average Joes entering the market, of course.
Right.
But it's the people, who have the real money which are affecting the markets, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the only thing I'm, looking at in the short term here is just this 8,800 level area. If we did break down below that, we have support right now from these moving averages. So probably above 8,200, we would stay for a while.
Yeah.
And then this breakdown here, potentially, if we broke especially 7,800, that would be extremely bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But besides that, this 8,800 should hold pretty well before we start moving back up here. But if I put on the Bollinger Bands, this will show you on the 6-hour chart, when these lines come here and they basically pinch the price,
right?
That's usually in anticipation of a move. So you can see when they narrowed here, it jumped up like fucking crazy.
Right.
And of course here, when they narrowed, it decided to go down to the downside, right? So that's just a sign of a move one way or the other is going to come soon. So hold your seats and be prepared.
Wow. Yeah, definitely one hell of a time ahead of us here.
And we're already up almost 3 fucking times with this thing since, basically almost to the dot 3 times, because the low of the bear market was 3,100.
Yeah.
And the high so far is 9,400.
And there are some high profile people. Are you familiar with this guy who calls himself Zuby?
No.
On Twitter. Let me see if I can find him real quick. So there's a guy who calls himself Zuby on Twitter. He's a black guy. I believe he's a musician. But Zuby Music, at Zuby Music, and he was actually he's quite the interesting character.
Is he into crypto?
He actually made a tweet earlier this day, and he said, let me see if I can find it. But he said that the price of Bitcoin is going to be very soon. He believes, and a lot of people do believe this, but I'm a little, I don't know where I really stand on this, because I'm just still,
Depends how you define not too distant future, I guess.
So he says right here, in the not so distant future, a single Bitcoin will be worth well over 100,000. I'm leaving this here so I can come back and gloat in a few years.
Yeah. Well, and think about it this way: it's a no loss thing for him, because nobody's going to come back and look at it in a few years if it's not, right?
Yeah.
But at this point, to be honest, anybody who actually understands cryptocurrency, which he probably does,
right?
Asking for 100K per Bitcoin is not a tall order. If you take a look at the past price action in the past bull markets,
right? With the all time, looking at the yearly lows, they always go up.
Yeah.
Simple math.
Yeah. So I think he knows what he's talking about.
And then, just so you guys know, be sure to follow me here on Twitter at Modern Life John. Looks like I need one more follower to get to 1,200. And then also, be sure to follow our man Charlie here at cultivatecrypto.com. He's finally following me. You weren't following me for a while. Follow Charlie here at Cultivate Crypto. He has 93 followers, so let's get 7 more to get him to a nice round 100.
Hell yeah.
And then Charlie, we're doing Charlie's doing his little postings, and this is a good way to send him a DM and reach out to him, and really just take a look at this cryptocurrency thing and realize, hey, there's some money to be made here. And like I said, what else do we have to do? We've been saying it since February, and the people who did listen to us, they have
good money.
They have money in their pockets. They have more money in their pockets. This crypto, listen, don't be an old dumb fucker, okay? That's just the bottom line. Cryptocurrency is here to stay.
Yeah. It's not going anywhere. The idea is born. It's like the what do you call it? What's that box again?
Pandora's box.
Pandora's box.
It's opening. It's coming. We killed the bear. Now we're gonna kill the fucking poverty in your life. All right. So get in while the getting is good. And I tell you what, obviously this is not financial advice. We don't know what we're talking about. We just shot a stuffed animal on fucking air. All right. This is not financial advice. But if you were to theoretically assume this were the situation, I would also say if you can't get your hands on some Bitcoin, I said a solid second place really would be some Binance coin.
Oh, hell yeah.
And Binance is only $35 a share right now. I honestly think we, in our lifetimes, will see $1,000 Binance.
Yeah, in the rage of a bull market, prices go up. Like Ethereum went up from not even $30. I think at the beginning of 2017, Ethereum was somewhere around like $12.
Right.
And it went up to almost 1,500.
And you'll notice too, because as this upcoming Bitcoin bull market's coming, and again, the bull market is when everybody's making a lot of money using Bitcoin. We had a big one in 2017, and I'm telling you guys, you're going to get to a point where if you post something on crypto, do yourself a favor right now. Make some kind of post on your social media about, hey, I'm excited about Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to go up to the moon. I think that the big price is coming. And watch what happens when Bitcoin goes up by the end of this year to at least 15,000. People were going to start contacting you based off of that. Your relatives are going to start contacting you.
Definitely.
People are going to be asking you all of these questions saying, hey,
how do I get it?
How do I buy some Bitcoin? How can I buy Bitcoin at 20,000? Higher? How can I go all in? How can I put 50 grand down at 19,000?
I think the price which you'll get the normies really jumping in is like 25, 30,000 because they're like so skeptical of it breaking 20,000 again. Once it does and it proves, that it's, going up, people are going to be like, holy shit, I need some.
Oh my God.
And then they're going to, not be educated on it. They're not going to be ready. They don't know how to do it. So those are the guys, who are going to have a tougher time making money. And it's going to be really hard to get one whole Bitcoin. I
know. I'm glad I may or may not own one right now.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the chat here. Count Yoli, what's up? Mark Zuckerberg is a goblin. Tony S. Government put Facebook coin on hold. LOL.
Yep.
Ben Moose says, when will we see $600 again? This is where I sold out 4 BTC in 2016. Oh, you are hating your life right now.
Basically never.
Yeah, you're never going to see $600 Bitcoin again. That's not coming, buddy. That's not, mean...
It's designed to continually increase because demand is only going to get more.
Yep.
I mean, the amount of people who are using Bitcoin right now in the world is definitely under 60 million.
Less than 1%.
Yeah, exactly. So
less than 1% of all humans using Bitcoin right now, and it's at It's at $9,000 a fucking share.
Yeah, and that's just scratching the surface.
Yeah. So Mark Gord says, Charlie, please educate us on how a bull market will behave.
Yeah, I could probably do like a whole show on that. I mean, we could probably do a whole show on that as well if we wanted to, because you've experienced the whole bull market phase, which is just fucking nuts.
It's crazy.
Basically, people say, okay, Bitcoin's going towards X price, right? Most people right now are saying 100K is easily attainable or likely, right?
Mm-hmm.
And back in 2016, 2017, people were saying 9,000, 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
Not that many people were saying up towards 20,000 at the beginning of 2017, and it just blew people's minds. So be prepared when you look at Bitcoin towards the upside in a bull market. It definitely usually exceeds expectations.
Yes.
So like we said at the beginning of the year, you said 9K is a very real possibility. I said, I'm thinking, 8K.
I said 10.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking like 8K max.
Yeah.
Right. But it just fucking blew our minds through the last, bit. So start getting, uber bullish in the long term. In the short term, it has corrections. It does dip down. Usually when people get in, they tend to feel like they want to get in when Bitcoin is kind of getting greedy.
Yeah.
When the price is towards a high, which is kind of the feeling we have right now.
Yes.
Which doesn't mean that it can't continue to go up at least for a little while before that correction happens.
Yeah, that's true.
But the corrections in the bull market, you've experienced it.
They're brutal.
Fucking quick.
Yeah.
And they're brutal.
They're overnight.
Yeah.
I mean, not overnight. They're over 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you try to trade them, you get fucked real hard.
Remember when I bought that Bitcoin Cash, I was up like $6,000, and I started talking shit on social media, and by the time I've done tweeting, I'd lost everything.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's when I held it later into the office when we sold, and I ended up coming out again. But yeah, no, I mean it is absolutely wild. Tony says, Vincent Vale, what's up? Zuck Nation, what's up? Says Mark Zuckerberg is an alien from Pluto. I totally agree. We're gonna catch up with these, and then we're gonna start getting to the subject today. So
you got good stuff going on here.
Mark Gordon decided to follow you. Tony says, awesome. Charlie, would it be wise to continue to make BTC buying moves? I've got 1.5K and I'm eyeing BTC or BNB.
So in this situation, I would say yes, because, and it's not like just like a firm yes, you have to get in. Like I said, usually when people get in, that's similar to a time when Bitcoin generally starts to go down.
Right.
So as long as for example, right now, if it were to turn over, the downside target would be somewhere around low 6,000s, high 5,000s.
Right.
If this was the top of the current move. So as long as you're willing to hold for more than 6 months for it to come back, then you just have to be prepared for that mentally.
Yeah.
Because if you're not prepared for that mentally, if you don't have that emotional maturity to be able to handle that,
right.
You will then sell your Bitcoin at that low price. You'll lose $3,000 if you bought a whole Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then the market will go back up right after you sell it. Yeah. That's the typical moves of people when they first get into crypto. So there's not a bad time to get in a bull market, especially when we're this early.
Yes.
Because if you're willing to hold it for the next 1 year.
Or even 2 years, end of 2021.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to get the craziness.
Right.
Right now what we're seeing is like kind of like you ain't seen nothing yet, right? It's just like touching the surface of what is possible. So I would say right now, we were talking about this earlier too, right? Like earlier in this year when it was up above 6K, people were like, it's a little high. Should I get in?
Yeah.
Like, to be honest, you want some skin in the game.
Yes.
If you're not at the table, like if you're playing poker, for example, if you don't have cards and you're not sitting at the table, you can't play the game.
Yeah.
You can't get dealt a hand, whether it's a good hand or a bad hand. So at some point, you have to bite the bullet and get in at some point, and then figure it out once you're there. But yeah.
It is theoretically a risk. We don't really know where the price is going. We're just making, we're like really good weathermen at this point. We're able to be like, okay, we think it's going to rain tomorrow. We think it's going to snow, yada, yada, yada. That being said, another thing is this, Tony. $1,500 is not a lot of money, okay? Yeah, it may be a lot of money to you, but we talked our consultation about what you're going to be doing in your future. In 2 years, you're going to be my age, and let me tell you something. $1,500 ain't nothing in the big picture of life.
Yeah.
If you do the math, you're an engineer, you're a smart guy. If you do the math of Bitcoin, or even Binance Coin, right? Even Binance is right now approaching a new all-time high, so it may theoretically not be the best time to buy Binance Coin, but I think it would be not a bad idea. This is what I did. So last February, Charlie and I were in Hawaii. We were on the
having a good old time.
We're having a good old time on the corporate trip, right? And that's when I was like with Charlie. We were drinking, and we were like talking about Binance Coin. And let me just tell you what I did. So I bought Binance Coin, right? I bought $1,000 of Binance Coin when I was on vacation. This is February 2018, and then summertime.
Were we drinking as well at that time?
Yeah, I was just fucking wasted.
But we knew it.
But I knew what I was doing.
We knew exactly what was happening.
And so then summer came, and there was a pretty big dip in about June, July-ish of summer 2018 with Binance Coin. Mm-hmm. So I sold at one point right before it dipped, and I bought back in, and I got even more coins. And then I ended up converting then I came into February of this year, March. I initially purchased my Binance Coin for $1,000, and it was worth 0.125 Bitcoin.
And that's more important than dollars here. But anyways,
Yes.
I won't stop your thing.
So I was at 0.125 Bitcoin. Fast forward 1 year later, I was able to turn that 0.125 Bitcoin into half of a Bitcoin.
Hell yeah.
All through trading. And so I turned $1,000 into $4,500. So it's not a lot of money, but again, it is a nice little it's nice pocket change to have. It's nice.
And the more you have, like once you start compounding, then the next go around, you know more about what you're doing.
Yes.
You get a feel for it.
You have skin in the game.
Exactly.
You know how to play the game.
Yeah, well, I talked to a few people who do what they call paper trading. They get a fake, like they get an account on a platform that allows you to watch the price and put in like ideas for trades,
right.
And they show you what would happen if you would have actually made that trade. But what happens with paper traders is that they're not emotionally involved, they're not emotionally invested, and so they tend to make more risky moves that do things that you wouldn't normally do. It wouldn't be your actual reaction to the market because you have nothing on the line.
Right.
No skin in the game.
Right.
But once you have skin in the game, if you get burned once, you fucking learn quickly.
Yeah. I learned that in 2017 with the quickness. Cody Moss says, Charlie's G took me from not knowing a damn thing about crypto to doubling my investment in a few months. Awesome, Cody.
That's all we want right there.
Brent Wallens says 150,000 peak 2020, then pops to 35,000. So there's still room to buy anyways. 4-digit Bitcoin is a steal. Yes, it is. Lads, when will this market move to a bull market, or what happens is Mark Gordon, we are in a bull market now. We are at the very, very, like the 0.5% of the bull market right now, just starting. James Miller with another $5 donation says, Charlie, I'm curious on your thoughts on Ripple. I think that he's
my favorite coin.
He says it all right there.
No, I mean,
I'm out of Ripple now. I converted it all to Binance. I bit that fucking. I took like a $10,000 loss on my fucking Ripple. Oh, it was annoying.
Yeah. I met the ex-CTO of Ripple at a conference about a year and a half ago. When you meet people in person, you get a different vibe than when you just hear about the project, right?
Right.
And here's one thing, just one thing. I asked him about Ben Bernanke. I was like, why is Ripple partnering with fucking Ben Bernanke?
Yeah.
Who used to, lead the Fed and everything.
Right, yeah.
And was a huge, piece of shit in the financial collapse in 2008, 2009.
Yep.
But yeah, I was like, why the fuck would you start trying to partner with somebody like him? I mean, it's good to be, in with the government to some level.
Right.
But to basically, the reason why cryptocurrency was born is because of distrust of government and everything. So just the feeling that I got from meeting that guy is like, he'll sell anything. He'll sell his soul for anything. He's not actually looking to actually build something of use. He's looking to build something of profit for the people who know, the details. So it's easily manipulable. So I think it's probably one of the coins that has some of the most manipulation, which kind of the joke on crypto Twitter is the more manipulation in a coin, the more volatility, the more money you can make.
It's true.
So if you watch those moves and you trade it correctly, the goal is to build more Bitcoin through Ripple. So I wouldn't buy Ripple and hold it forever. If you're going to use it to grow your Bitcoin. Yeah. And it is a bit of a fast track for that at times in a bull market.
And it was pumped last time from like 20 cents to $3, and I bought it at $3. So don't buy at the all-time high.
Yep.
Or you're gonna lose some money, which I did. Full transparency. I fucked up. I had to eat that. Ended up converting that all to Binance, and I have my faith in Binance. All I need to do is come up with that $10,000 difference, and I'll be good.
Well, once Bitcoin gets to 100,000, you'll be no worries.
That's my only bad trade was right there. The buying Ripple, and Monocoin.
Well, but we knew Monocoin was a meme coin when we did it. So
yeah, it was more of a risk, but that was more us trying to trade too.
Yeah.
That's what I say. We made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes.
You have to. You can't get out of this game perfectly clean, spick and span. If you do, you're lucky.
Yeah, super lucky. So Ripple has great marketing, but if you actually do research, Ripple's not technically even a currency.
Yeah, and that's kind of in a way similar to Face Coin here.
Yeah.
But
Ripple is not a cryptocurrency.
It's not decentralized.
It's not decentralized. It's not an actual cryptocurrency either. There is no use case for Ripple. There is no.
Well, there is one use case which is pretty low. It's just like it reduces fees between banks when they transfer money.
Right.
So it's a better Western Union or a better SWIFT. SWIFT is the international exchange that banks have to go through to send money to other banks.
Right.
So it tries to be better at that. But JP Morgan comes up with the exact same thing like that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's been trying to come out with the new Bitcoin. They can't.
Yeah, and the guys who made Ripple are also hoarding a large majority of it as well. So when you actually do a lot of research into Ripple, there's a lot.
It's manipulatable.
Yeah, there's a lot of shady shit. And the end of the day is this: Ripple is the representative cryptocurrency of the banking system, and the banking system is corrupt as fuck.
Yeah, and that's why they had Ben Bernanke speak at their fucking event and shit like that.
So you could bet on the dark side and take your gamble. I theoretically could have held on to my Ripple. I had a decent amount. I had like more than 4,000 shares, but I decided just to convert it to Binance because I feel more comfortable about Binance down the road.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like I may have made a fucking bad move, but
Well, here's the thing: is I don't mind trading with any cryptocurrency as long as I see like a short term, profit with it.
Right.
To increase my Bitcoin or other coins that I see as solid.
Mm-hmm.
The only coin other than Bitcoin right now is Ethereum and BNB, Binance Coin.
Yeah.
Those two definitely are going to be good coins for the long run. Litecoin is probably going to be a very solid one too.
Yes.
Litecoin is probably the weaker of the four, not in terms of how much it will go up in price. Well, that too, but also just how it's built. It doesn't differentiate itself that much from the other cryptocurrencies, especially from Bitcoin.
So to answer your question, James,
You can use it to make more Bitcoin.
Thoughts on Ripple? Shady.
Yeah.
More risky of an investment.
Extremely.
More speculative. More of a hope strategy than a real
think of it
one.
this way: more speculative than other cryptocurrency. I mean, that's an insane thing, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivor, what's up? Unactive, what up? He says, if anyone had a spare $30 million to invest, they'd be a billionaire in 2 years. Wow,
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, real quick. So, Sachin, what's up, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. Sachin asked, thoughts on Verge and Tron. So I'll give you a quick one. Verge, scumbags run the company.
Yeah, and I looked at the price recently. It's very close to dead. I mean, right now, the amount of volatility in it is super low. So
wow.
For it to come back and start making gains, at least in the short term, doesn't look good.
They have a lot of dirty history, Sachin.
Yeah.
John McAfee got double crossed by them, and they're planning to make a release of a certain protocol, the Wraith protocol, in December 2017. They didn't deliver it on time, and then the price crashed. Tron, I have no idea about Tron.
Yeah, Tron is a heavily marketed coin. The guy who runs it is extremely smart, and he's also very close friends with Ripple, which kind of gives you a nod right there.
Yeah, Jesus.
But also, Tron fakes its transactions. They inflate how many transactions are done on their blockchain.
So that's a red flag right there.
Huge red flag.
Yeah, I don't trust. I mean, I don't even know. I can't say, but I just like my street smart say I don't trust Tron. I don't trust Verge.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Cosmo? No fucking idea. Cosmo Kramer?
That guy's fucking hilarious. No, I did Cosmo as the coin of the day on my show. We do it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 a.m. Eastern. Just type in Cultivate Crypto. You'll see me on YouTube. If you type in Edgar, Cultivate Crypto, and then Cosmos, you'll see that episode where I did Cosmos. It's kind of a surprise in that it's jumped up in market cap and jumped on to one of the top 20 or 30 or 40, somewhere in there on the list. It's not that interesting to me at the moment, but just watch that show and you can get a deep dive on Cosmos because it's kind of new. It's not one that was around during the last pump up, so we'll see how it reacts to a bullish market here.
All right. So let's continue forward. So what we got here? Do you need this?
I just had this up here if you want to look at anything.
So we're gonna talk about
close this one out too.
We're gonna talk about Facebook, and they
most trustable company on the internet, I would say.
God,
being sarcastic, obviously.
No, I'm cringing how terrible they are. Okay, guys.
Well, think about it this way: So
their coin is called Libra.
Yeah.
Okay, and Facebook is entering what they want to call a cryptocurrency space, but a cryptocurrency. But let me just give you the too long didn't read version of this coin right here. Okay, Facebook. You guys are in the body language mastery course. Okay, you guys know that I actually got banned from Facebook from replying to a comment where I used a word that was not appropriate. I was in a private group that was invite only, and I was replying to a comment from somebody in my community, okay, my paid community, and Facebook banned me for 3 days.
just because they wanted to.
Just because I typed something that was not okay with their fucking draconian Orwellian thing, right?
Yeah, they basically don't follow what is the most important thing in the States, which is freedom of fucking speech.
That being said, okay? That being said, they can lock you out of this blockchain as well.
It's exactly like a bank.
This is exactly the opposite of everything Facebook stands for. And then unactive right there, all caps, do not trust Facebook. Absolutely.
Yeah, yesterday I was trolling. There's a guy named Jimmy Song. He's a Korean American guy, I believe, and he was just reading the white paper of Facecoin. And after I was watching it, and he calls it Zuckbucks, which I think is also a decent one.
Zuckbucks. Oh God.
But I was just like got so bored. I was just like trolling in the chat and just saying how much of a fucking shitcoin this is. You can actually go back and even watch the chat. But it's just like it was unbearable to read this fucking thing.
Yeah,
because
so
it's just so full of bullshit.
So let's take a look at the official Libra white paper. So for you guys who do not know what a white paper is basically like a coin's constitution.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like a cryptocurrency's mission statement, and there's a complete breakdown of what it does.
And design.
A design, everything, right?
Well, yeah, if you go and look at Satoshi Nakamoto's original white paper, it also showed exactly, the design of this thing, how it actually works.
Yes.
All the way down to like the Merkle trees and everything,
Right.
Which is extremely technical. Facecoin mainly talks about the fluff, mainly talks about, what its intentions are, not really what it's, actually how it's designed, right?
And so what I'm thinking is going to happen is just this: like if you say something that's like because the censorship is getting even stricter as these platforms are pretty much losing popularity. The only reason Facebook is alive is because they have everybody's fucking data.
Yep.
Like if you're logged into Facebook right now on any device, every single website you go to is tracked. Okay,
they probably do partnerships with the NSA to give them data too.
Your microphone is on. They're recording everything. Okay, they're tracking your text messages. They're every little piece of fucking data that Facebook can extract from you. Believe you me, they are extracting it. This is all verifiably true.
And then they'll sell it under the table.
Yeah, and then they'll sell your data. But the biggest thing is this. So if you type something that's, politically incorrect or deemed hate speech, remember, hate speech is subjective.
Yeah, extremely.
Right? Extremely. Like if you're a liberal and you're like...
Yeah, unless you say some certain things are
no,
obvious.
If you're like a liberal and you're like, kill all white men, it's cool. Right? They're like, yeah, kill them all. Kill them all. Whatever, right? You don't get banned. But if you're like, hey, we don't want fucking immigrants coming into the country, boom, you're banned.
Yeah.
Okay? Or like, I don't think Alex Jones should have been banned from Facebook. They'll ban you. Okay, and what happens if you have your money in Libra? What if you have, like $10,000 in Libra?
Dude, that is so fucking risky.
Dude, it's totally the antithesis than fucking Bitcoin stands for. It's completely the opposite.
Exactly.
And I wonder, as an outsider who's educated on this, I'm wondering, are the people at Facebook this fucking stupid to put this out to think people will buy it?
Yes.
Or are people this stupid that they will buy it as well?
I think yes for both, but they will wise up quickly. The people will.
Yeah, you lock somebody out of their money. Tell me, believe you me, somebody's going to get fucking pissed.
Well, think about, previous bull market crashes in the economy in general, people find a way, right? It's like Jurassic Park, right? Nature finds a way.
Right.
People are smart. They just can get conned from companies that they supposedly trust.
Right.
Now, the whole thing that comes down to Bitcoin is you don't need to trust anybody.
Right.
Right. You trust a fucking algorithm, mathematics.
Right.
Whereas with Facecoin, you actually have to trust this organization to do right by you 100% of the time with your money, your hard-earned money, and not to lock you out or not to report you to the government for whatever they want to charge you with.
Right.
It's even worse than giving them your data.
And well, you don't give their data; they take your data. First of all,
they do both. Yeah.
Yeah.
You give it to them too when you make your page, right? But
yeah. But you don't think of you're not like, oh, I'm producing data. You're like, oh, I'm going to show people my fucking lobster mac and cheese. Like
yeah, exactly.
But that is very dangerous, and it strikes me as diabolical that they're marketing this fucking thing as a decentralized currency.
Yeah, if we take a look at the white paper here, it's all buzzwords and bullshit.
Okay, let's point it out. So just so you guys know, what decentralized means is that basically the system is automated. Like, for example, the Federal Reserve in the United States is a central authority that literally controls the value of the US dollar.
There's one central point of failure.
Right.
Which if you destroy that, the whole thing goes down.
Right.
Whereas with Bitcoin, if you destroy one miner node, one computer that's running the Facebook protocol,
right,
it does nothing to the network.
What's up, Edwin? We're doing our show right now. We're doing our Tokyo Crypto Show. Come over on YouTube. Go to Modern Life Dating on YouTube and join us in the chat.
Call in.
Yeah, call in.
Edwin's a great guy.
Call in, Edwin. Tell us about the money you made. 657-383-1318. Call in.
Wasn't Edwin doing some good ICOs or stuff, or was that Eddie?
Eddie was doing the ICOs. Edwin made a little bit of pocket change with Bitcoin Cash.
Awesome.
And he was sealing some deals with Roger. I gave him Roger's info for that one. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk about the Facebook white paper here. Yeah, we're good.
Just double check it. Okay, good.
We're good. So at the top, okay, here we go. Here starts the bullshit from the get. It says Libra's mission is to enable a simple global currency and financial infrastructure. Here we go. There's the buzzword that empowers billions of people.
And what does this statement promise?
Nothing.
Exactly. Fucking hot air, basically.
Like, are people dumb enough to believe this? I mean, yeah, probably some some feminists would see this empowers. I want to be empowered.
It's meant to confuse is more than anything.
Libra's mission is to enable a simple global currency and financial infrastructure that empowers billions of people. This is what makes me sick about all these idiots in California. This is such a fluff statement.
Yeah.
This is just a fluff, hey, we're going to jerk you off. Oh, this sounds great. Yeah, where do I sign up? Just give us all your money. And don't...
Yeah, they look in their algorithm. What words do people like the most? Let's put that in here.
This document outlines our plans for a new decentralized blockchain, a low volatility cryptocurrency, which is basically money. You can't make money. No, low volatility is why are you buying?
Well, they're trying to make it technically with no volatility, but they don't want to make that blanket statement.
And a smart contract platform that together aim to create a new opportunity for responsible financial services innovation.
And kind of the genius part of them for their own pockets is that saying low volatility instead of no volatility, because they want to peg it to other currencies like the dollar, the euro, the yen. Mm-hmm. And so by pegging it to these other currencies, technically it should have no volatility, right? If it was perfectly pegged.
Right.
But by having that low volatility, having some of that percentage between, allows them to use bots to actually trade the coin internally, potentially, to do some algorithmic trading and just skim off a few cents here and there. Potentially they could easily do insider trading.
Yeah, and so and then just reading this. Okay, so if you guys want to check it out, go to libra.org/en.us//white-paper, and you can just find it. Go to libra.org and you can find the white paper.
Yep.
There are 8 sections, and Charlie, why don't you take the reins? Why don't you sit here and you navigate through this thing? I'm gonna grab a glass of water.
Go for it. Alrighty. Well, to be honest, I'm not a fan of this fucking thing, so when I look at it, it's just a bunch of bullshit to me. Put this thing a little bit away from my face. But, yeah. One of the interesting... I'll just kind of go through each section very, very quickly. But basically the problem statement, right? So the advent of the internet and mobile broadband has empowered billions of people globally to have access to the world's knowledge and information, high fidelity communications, and wide range of lower cost, more convenient services, which means absolutely nothing. I mean, not much. You can access, this is, true, right? So you can access all of these types of services on the internet using a $40 smartphone.
Yeah.
So that's,
if you're not fucking banned.
Yeah, and they can, have Apple to thank for that. Steve Jobs making mobile devices fucking good.
That's not a $40. That's some Android piece of shit for sure.
Oh, $40? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the price is, definitely not Apple.
That's premium Chinese slavery you're getting with the iPhone.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. But anyways, let's actually just kind of try to scroll down here and see where they actually put in some, something that actually means anything. Mm-hmm. But right now... This is true. 1.7 billion adults globally are outside of the financial system with no access to traditional banks. So that's one thing that they want to potentially tackle here. So this is, their kind of mission statement, right? And 500 million people have internet access. So they want to increase those things. I'm just looking here. There's just like...
Let's talk about the actual their blockchain. What is their blockchain?
We go down here to the Libra blockchain. So the goal of the Libra blockchain is to serve as a solid foundation for financial services, including a new global currency, which could meet the daily financial needs of billions of people. Through the process of evaluating existing options, we decided to build a new blockchain based on these 3 requirements. So let's see what they say. Able to scale to billions of accounts. So they have billions of users, so that's possible. Yeah. Which requires high transaction throughput, low latency, meaning you can trade it quickly, basically instantly, right. An efficient, high capacity storage system. Okay, so they have all of these features, through their own data centers and stuff like that. So you could do the same thing with just a simple database.
And also, a white paper doesn't mean shit, really.
Well, they're not even explaining how it's built, right?
How about we know a guy who lives in Indonesia who people pay him. They're like, hey, can you just write us a fluff piece white paper?
Yep.
And he's just in it for the cash. So he's like, are you sure you want me to write this shit? They're like, yeah, just write it. He's like, all right. Yep. He's like, can you guys deliver this? He's like, that's none of your business. Just fucking write the white paper. So, again, this is just...
It's an empty promise.
This is like you going out with a girl and she's like, yeah, take me to Morton's Steakhouse, buy me expensive dinner, $300. I promise I'm going to suck your dick at the end of the night. Promise. That's what you're really getting with this kind of white paper here.
At least.
And they're promising like all this garbage. Like, look at that second one. Highly secure to ensure safety of funds and financial data. Who's going to have that financial data?
Yeah, and safety by whose terms, right?
Yeah.
Theirs.
And that's another buzzword. Empowerment, safety.
Yep.
Like, I'm surprised they're basically not saying, well, this will protect you from terrorists.
Yeah, or, help babies or, whatever, It's also flexible, so it can power the Libra's ecosystem governance as well as future innovation in financial services. Again, empty statement means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So they want to highlight 3 decisions regarding Libra. So they're going to use a programming language called Move. So I don't know why that's useful here. Using Byzantine fault tolerance consensus approach. So this is standard for blockchains. Adopting and iterating on widely adopted blockchain data structures. So they're just going to say, hey, we're going to copy everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Adopting and iterating. Well, basically, rip off and duplicate on that. But again, they're not saying much in this fucking paper.
No. Oh, here they say about the Move programming language, which I'm sure is a thrilling thing for most people, so we'll probably just skip that.
Yeah.
But let's just kind of like skim through their highlights and see if there's anything decent in these even. So the Libra blockchain adopted the Byzantine fault tolerance approach by using the Libra BFT consensus protocol. No. Yeah, they just will basically keep track of transactions over time, which a database could do.
And so does Bitcoin.
Yeah,
And so does every other fucking cryptocurrency.
And so does every bank, right? But Bitcoin, you can't change it. They could go in this and potentially change it since it's centralized.
Very good point.
So you don't want your, like Visa, for example.
If they wanted to frame somebody politically, be like, hey, this guy used Libra coin to buy, a fuckload of dildos, and then they're like, oh, this guy's fucking, dildo hoarder. Or maybe like if you want to incriminate somebody, hey, this guy bought a bunch of child pornography, which is instant jail time in the United States.
It should be.
Right, absolutely.
Yep.
But yeah, like this is just, you're basically, Facebook doesn't have a good public record.
Right.
Anybody who looks into Facebook and like sees the politics and see how they do things with data, it's very, very dishonest, shady company. I mean, recently a couple days ago, did you see they have the protocol that was leaked? Like they're going to label people as hate agents now.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was on the news the other day that the programming leaked out that they're actually going to mark people as hate agents for certain things, including remaining neutral on some subjects.
Seriously?
Yeah, remaining neutral.
Wow.
So like, and let's be honest, we all know what that's talking about. Like when you live in California, you're just supposed to hate Donald Trump.
Yep.
You're supposed to hate him. It's like, my friend works at Google, and like if you do not vehemently hate Donald Trump, like they start the doors start, or what do I say? The walls start closing in on you.
Well, it's a divide and conquer strategy, right?
Yes.
So it's just like, hey, you have to choose a side. You can't be a moderate person in politics,
And you have to choose. What they're really saying is you have to choose our side.
True.
Because if remaining neutral on a subject is not enough, because that's people's backdoor. Be like, oh, that's why Trump said the whole silent majority thing is a big thing. But that is, that's the same company that is now saying, hey, trust us with your money.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean, it just goes against basic constitutional freedoms.
And it goes against everything Bitcoin stands for.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is the gold standard.
But that's the great thing about Bitcoin is it's useful for everybody, and it basically can't stop anybody from using it.
Right.
So, and, it's just ultimate freedom, right? So, I mean, is there anything else?
This is hilarious right here.
What'd they say?
This is my favorite part. Okay. Oh, this is hilarious. The Libra blockchain is synonymous and allows users to hold one or more addresses that are not linked to their real world identity.
Weird.
That is blatant bullshit.
That just sounds weird to me. I mean, they're going to link everything to your identity.
Yeah, exactly.
Through the NSA or through any means possible.
Or just through the Facebook backend.
Yeah.
So,
well, they know exactly where you are with your IP address.
Yeah.
They know down to the city, maybe even sometimes the block.
You can get longitude, latitude.
Yeah.
So, this is another lie that if you just know your stuff here, because if you're just a crypto idiot and you think, oh, Facebook's coming out with this Libra, we can, let's get rich on this thing. No.
Well, it's like we said, it's pegged to the dollar and the euro and the other currencies, so it's only going to fluctuate as the currencies fluctuate. So yeah, if you wanted to do forex trading with it, maybe.
Yeah, but then again, I just like, it's like keeping your cryptocurrency on an exchange. Okay.
Worse.
Well, yeah.
Because of who's running it.
Right. Exactly. They can lock you out of your funds at any moment, and then you're fucked. So. That's part of the white paper. Definitely if you have an opportunity. It's a long thing, but if you want to be educated on this, read the white paper. It'll probably take you 30 minutes to an hour. However, if you're serious about understanding the cryptocurrency market, because there will be, there's a lot, it's very scary how many people are backing this Libra project as well.
Even some people in crypto too.
And 10 million, no, I'm talking about, okay, so for example, Uber is behind this.
Oh yeah, they actually have that in this white paper.
Oh, okay.
Under Libra, the association. So I keep going.
So yeah, from what I remember off the top of my head is that like, Uber is going to be one of the, okay, yeah, so we have, here it is, PayPal, MasterCard, which MasterCard has already been banning people, Stripe as well, Visa. These are all payment processors that are all show bias.
And yeah, Visa has been known to censor people. Basically, it says, we want to reverse your transactions. We don't want you to be able to work with us anymore. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, it's the same thing. Sometimes it's very, very political.
Yes. And then you have all these big corporations pooling in together, who are trying to get, in on this coin. And I think these are all corporations that just made bad decisions, to be honest.
Well, and I'm sure these is just all their friends.
Yeah, I mean they're all in fucking they're all in California. These are all these left-wing Silicon Valley companies. Uber, Lyft, eBay, obviously. And then, PayPal, Stripe, it's just really unbelievable. And then, of course, nonprofit multilateral organizations, Creative Destruction Lab, what is that? Kiva, Mercy Corps, and Women's World Banking. And there it is, right there, boys. Sign me up. Sign me up. Give me 100 Libra.
And here's the other interesting thing, which is what I was typing in here, is they're based out of Switzerland. And so I forgot who mentioned in the chat, but somebody in the chat mentioned the United States government is basically trying to put Libra on pause right now. Mm-hmm. If you just take a look at this article here, there's a bunch of articles on it, but this is just an example. So it says, halt Libra, U.S. lawmakers call for for hearing on Facebook's crypto. And just a quote from, who is this? Maxine Waters, apparently.
Right.
And this Waters guy. Who's this Waters guy?
Maxine Waters is the congresswoman from California.
What about McHenry? I don't know who that is. Anyways, usually it says here at the beginning of the article before they introduce that quote. But anyways, it says here, it is incumbent upon us as policymakers to understand Project Libra. First of all, they don't even understand cryptocurrency, so good luck with that.
Yeah.
But we need to go beyond the rumors and speculations and provide a forum to assess this project and its potential. Its potential unprecedented impact on the global financial system. Right. So even they don't trust Facecoin. They don't trust Facebook. What I was going to mention at the beginning of the show is just think about the last 12 months of Facebook in the news.
Oh my God, what a nightmare.
In front of Congress and everything about misuse of data, abuse of data.
The hate speech agent, which is, of course, mainstream media didn't jump on that because they're probably in on it with the corporations.
Yeah. And so it's one of those things where it's like they should be wary and they should not trust this. So it is good that they're looking into it. Now, do I trust politicians first and foremost? Of course not.
No, it's scum of the earth.
But then will I trust them to actually do their due diligence and understand this by reading about cryptocurrency and about Facebook's Libra by themselves? No, they're going to pay some intern to basically give them a lowdown on it and trust their opinion. Mm-hmm. There's going to be very few politicians who actually dive into this and try to understand what this shit is. So,
yeah, let's take a look at the chat, see what's going on with there. Let's run the screen back up. Far left. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Edwin, what up, man? Edwin Fu is in the house. I keep on saying 25. I wonder if it's frozen. Guys, click the like button. It's 25 of you watching. I don't know if it's frozen on the back end here. We got 25 people, it says, and then 11 likes. Just click the like button. Let me see if this is going to move. Let's go back up to here. Why white paper? Why not black paper? Racist. Hate speech isn't real. The latter for sure. Valak, what's up? Free Patriot. I only have a vague understanding of cryptocurrencies. Can you suggest websites, etc., to begin learning basics, start watching our show, man. We've only done 18 shows. Start watching from show 1, and you'll completely have a very, very sound understanding of cryptocurrency. And then Charlie does a show every day.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
go to his website, cultivatecrypto.com. Go to his YouTube, cultivatecrypto.com. And there is no, listen, man, Free Patriot, it's going to take you some time, all right? It's going to take you some time to learn this, but if you want to have a pretty above average understanding, we do a great job here in the Tokyo Crypto Show on my channel. Go to episode 1 of Tokyo Crypto, watch all the way up to here. You can see the predictions we made in the past that are 100% verifiable in truth with regards to the price nowadays. And then once you're done with those, subscribe to Charlie's channel, watch his show as often as you can, and then watch our show here on the Tokyo Crypto Show every Wednesday.
Yeah, and then also if you go to cultivatecrypto.com and you go and ask for our roadmap, I'll give you basically I'll ask you what your understanding of crypto is if you're coming from absolute zero. I give a good breakdown about how to get started, so I can give you a basic roadmap. If you go to cultivatecrypto.com, sign on to the email list and say, I want the roadmap. I'll give that to you as well. That'll help you get started real quick.
Okay. Mark Gordon, thank you very much. Looks like my back end is frozen. It says we have 28 and 11. Yeah, I just figured that it was too frozen like that for a while. So yeah, okay. Good to know. Let's catch up with the chat. Edwin Fu, what's up, man? Thank you for watching us, brother.
Good stuff.
Unactives. Okay, Sachin wants to know, is there a reputable cryptocurrency broker?
Nope.
What does he mean by broker?
Somebody who will basically sell you stocks, but also do some buying and selling for you.
Yeah, Charlie's your guy.
Yeah, well, I'll teach you how to basically control it yourself. There's a lot right now. There's no ETF with Bitcoin, so the traditional financial institutional market doesn't have what a lot of most assets would have, like an ETF, for example. They do have CME futures, but that's about it.
Right.
So it's basically in crypto you want to be your own bank, so you don't want to rely on third parties or middlemen.
Yeah, and then there is there's tons of things we can go into in the depths of this, but if you're just using common sense, making this type of investment into a company that will lock you out of your social media account for saying something, hate speech wise, why would you hand over and trust your money to them?
It's like giving them your wallet and saying, hey, keep this safe for me.
Yeah, basically, here's leverage over my life,
Yep.
That's like marrying a super, super slutty chick and then just, like, giving her a bunch of money and credit cards and, like yeah, baby, go out to the clubs, have a good night. I trust you, Just don't bring me home any AIDS, No, it's a bad common sense decision. Don't do it. Apple and Google will have their own crypto next. I doubt it. It'll probably just be a crypto, like a stable coin.
So yeah, that it's an interesting thing. So they're going to. This is the thing which is good, and it's a double-sided coin, right?
Mm-hmm. Tom
hold on
says,
a second.
Okay.
One thing I wanted to mention just in here, because he's onto something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one thing I wanted to mention is here, something like this. So 1,000 stable coins are coming. So Starbucks wants you to buy their Venti with Starbucks coin, AT&T, Verizon as well. So everybody's already thinking this right now. But again, will they be true cryptocurrencies? I'm sorry, I'm not showing that in my this one.
No, up.
So here, if you go to this article, Facebook's cryptocurrency is a nail in the coffin for blockchain, not Bitcoin. It's a very, it's an opinion piece basically. And here, they talk about basically what he just said. Making Starbucks coin, making everything. Everybody wants to get on the crypto and blockchain bandwagon because they can see the money in it. They can see the leverage in it.
This is stupid, though. This is just like buying Disney bucks.
Exactly.
And they got rid of it.
Yeah, and it's like Venmo at the same time. So they're not going to be successful, but will, your aunt use them or something like that? Probably. Yeah, it's going to start getting people to be aware of what a cryptocurrency is.
Yeah.
And then once they figure out, this shit is not really that useful.
Yeah.
It's like a, what do you call it? Like a point card or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's you're just basically. So here's the deal. Let's say you want to let's say you want to pay your AT&T bill and then you want to go to Whole Foods. Do you want to buy AT&T bucks and then Whole Food bucks, or you just want to pay both with Bitcoin? Which one's going to be easier? Which one is which one will accumulate in value?
Yeah, which one will continue to depreciate in value, and the supply will go down and the demand will go up.
Right.
Do the math.
Tom says something very good. He says something very. I don't want to ruin the party, but all coins are being manipulated. I think to an extent,
Of course. I mean,
you can't control that.
You give anything to a human being as a tool. Do you think they're, always going to use it properly?
Ethically, not at all.
Yeah, and so if you have a lot, of this stuff, like for example Ripple, because it's centralized among a few people that hold it, it's very easily manipulated. Whereas Bitcoin, there are whales, but there are a lot more people that are having it. So it would be foolish to think that any financial market is not somewhat manipulated.
Right.
So you just have to be, you have to start understanding this to be able to see which ones are more manipulated and which ones you can actually trust.
Right. And then Mark Gordon says something there's that fucking empowerment word again. Unactive says, imagine buying super male vitality from InfoWars with Libra coin. Instant ban.
Awesome.
Unactive, you are awesome, dude. Nick says, morning guys, do you let your shares of Bitcoin constantly shift as you take profits to spend, or do you have a strategy to keep a target number of shares of BTC as you use your profits? I'm personally not using my profits, and I don't think Charlie is either.
I mean, I bought my computer with it, right?
Right, okay, yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes, if there's something, like a large priced item or a decent, anything over $1,000, if you want to use it because you want to use it, go ahead. But what I would do is then I would instantly go back and, rebuy the same amount of what you had, if not more. So I would like to keep all my profit as much as possible in Bitcoin, not in dollars, not spending it. So yeah, basically hoarding it. So if you do spend it because you want to see how to use it, then just buy back the same amount that you spend.
And then John Bepley says, only the founding members get to run nodes too. The general public doesn't get to run a Libra node until maybe 5 years later in the future.
People have to pay companies have to pay $10 million to run one node.
I mean, the data they'll get alone, because there's got to be incentive for these fuckers to be paying 10 mil for it.
Yeah, well, the fees.
Ah, okay, yeah, good call.
Yeah, and any trading between the percentage changes of the coin compared to the actual currency that it's supposed to be backing, they can shave off that and do, trading through different algorithms to automatically take that off and do some. I mean, they can do insider trading for sure.
Beautiful. All right.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. I mean, there's some other things we could talk about if you want to go into the subject a little bit deeper, but what are you thinking right now?
Oh, we can go. I'm getting a little sleepy, but we can go a little bit.
All right. Let's take a look here. Hold on a second. Let's show that. So this is just kind of an interesting thing, which is, it's an opinion, of course. But right now, basically, anybody who was a normal businessman, especially like IBM, did not want to be involved with cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. So Facebook, the only good thing this is doing is legitimizing cryptocurrency in that it won't go away and it's here to stay and it's going to invade everybody's life over the next, few years.
10 years for sure.
Yeah. And so, he's saying here, now it's going to change the way people look at it, which is serious business-minded executives need to master and understand blockchain and cryptocurrency, not just blockchain, not the buzzword blockchain, right? And so Facebook basically is showing them how a normal corporation would want to do this, which is first, they only want to decentralize it as much as necessary. So they want to be able to control it as much as possible.
Yikes, that but no more at the end is like a huge fucking red flag.
Of course.
And look at that, decentralize as much is necessary. Basically, decentralize it just enough to trick your customers into thinking that they have some sort of leverage. But that's the thing. That's why, our boy CZ from Binance is a G. Mm. he is making a completely decentralized cryptocurrency exchange because that's the way the future is heading.
Yeah.
Because you cannot trust humans. Humans are emotional. Humans are shitbags. Not all of them, but you know, we got our local shitbag Anthony Red Pill Judas guy, fucking 21 convention. There's proof right there. There's shitbags everywhere. And the only thing worse than a shitbag is a shitbag with power. And with decentralized agencies involved with the cryptocurrency, what this allows you to do is completely remove the human element and just let it all run on autopilot. And don't think like this system's going to become a sentient AI and then like just take all of our money and enslave us. It's not like that. But it's basically it's like you create a system that is fully automated, self-sustaining, which that's what Bitcoin is. And it's completely decentralized. You can't hack it. You can't fuck with it.
Yeah, it's been tried a million times.
And they failed every single time. So the fact that they don't want to decentralize something completely already is a massive red flag. And I don't think they realize that the people who do know crypto I believe all people, like, I think if Eddie was sitting here or Edwin was with us,
for sure,
they would read this and be like, what the fuck? Why not decentralize it completely?
Yep.
You know? So it's very, I don't know who they're targeting. Maybe if this is a quick money grab, but I don't know. It's definitely
it's definitely a quick money grab. But it's also trying to get power, and it's also it's their last gasp to fight crypto, because they think, you know, they basically were laughing at cryptocurrency before, saying that'll never work.
Yeah. And
once it's working, they're like, oh shit, I got to get on that. Mm-hmm. And if we can beat them, then, you know, we will win. But as you'll see, you know, from the first hack of Libra coin, when they take people's money and take people's data, and showing how easy that is compared to a decentralized blockchain, people will wise up very quickly and see that it's not as useful and not as trustable. Also here, they mention they want to keep it stable in value. So people use the volatility of crypto to say, oh, that's why it's so bad. But if you're a trader, that's great. That's how you can make money. That's an opportunity.
Number 3, you leverage your existing ecosystem to gain users. Basically, convert user data that you already have into cryptocurrency. I mean, that's really what it means.
Oh, for sure. That's why I think it's funny.
Yeah. So leverage your customers' data that you have already, and then basically convert them to users on your fucking slave chain. Not even blockchain, slave chain.
Exactly. And right here, same thing that you just said about those, you know, Starbucks bucks and whatever, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of these people, basically right now, these companies, right, are thinking about making money as a product. And, you know, when the internet started, you had pets.com, you had Ask Jeeves, you had AOL, you had fucking web crawler was before Google. I remember using web crawlers as my main search engine. And most of these things fail miserably.
I was a Lycos guy.
So, yeah, you'll just, you know, a lot of these things are going to be worse than an ICO, worse than a shitcoin.
So, I think let's wrap it up there because I'm falling asleep over here.
No worries.
Sorry, guys. It's 11:15 at Intel Guy. I had a killer day in the gym, and I woke up at 7 a.m. today, so I'm ready to go to bed. But that's it recently. And, guys, look, here's the thing. I personally think that Libra coin will be a failure.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a failure. And honestly, I say that as like a 60-40. I think 60% chance it's going to be a failure, but Facebook has so much money that, you know, you could throw a lot of money at something. Eventually, it could theoretically stick. So, I could be wrong, but like I said, 60-40. I clear as day see that this is just... I mean, we were laughing about how bad this thing is today.
Well, my definition of a failure as well is, will it beat Bitcoin or not?
Oh, so no.
And clearly not.
Never.
So, and that right there is a failure right out the gate.
So, don't invest in Libra coin, and if you do, or you want to decide to use it, maybe you got some friends and you got family members in Sri Lanka or something, you know. I don't know, but definitely don't do that. Not a good idea to be involved with them at all. Ben Wood says, speaking of Red Pill Judas, he's premiering the first episode of the Redman Group on his channel now. He can't stop thinking of Rolo. Probably has him in his wank bank. Well, we don't have wank banks here, but we do got cryptocurrency wallets on our phones, and we're sponsored by Bread Wallet. So,
Hell yeah.
the thing with Bread Wallet is, man, you got to keep in mind that your cryptocurrency you have, it's 100% in your control with your wallet. Bread Wallet is 100% for free. Okay, you have your paper key that you can store. You can restore it to any device as long as you have your key. And this is I rolled with the president, the CEO of Bread Wallet, super cool guy, great head on his shoulders, and it's always best to hold your cryptocurrency, keep it in your possession.
Hell yeah.
And that's exactly what you're not going to be doing with Libra coin.
Yeah,
even if you have
trusting a third party.
Even if you have it on your phone, it's on their platform, so they can still lock you out. And then what are you gonna do? Like, sorry, you can't pay rent. You can't send money to your grandfather. You can't buy pizza. Whatever it is, it's just not good.
Yeah, they basically corporately sanction you.
Yeah, so they're probably going to have to back it with a Bitcoin anyways. Oh, possibly so.
Yeah, they'll probably make a stable coin related to Bitcoin, which would be an oxymoron. Well, at least it seems like an oxymoron now. But eventually, if they want to survive, that's what they'll probably try to do.
So anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Thank you all for watching today. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like. If you got any questions, be sure to hit us up. Charlie is the cryptocurrency expert as well. I'm more of a macro market psychology kind of guy with the cryptocurrency, and I can spot some bullshit like this from a mile away. Technical analysis, in-depth cryptocurrency knowledge is all Charlie here. Go to cultivatecrypto.com. Go to his YouTube channel. Get serious about this shit. Learn this stuff, man, because if this is a foreign language to you, man, there are millions and millions of people out there. You can make a job out of cryptocurrency as well. So, yeah, John Beppu, yeah, we're friends with the president of Bread Wallet, and he hooked us up with this merch, so we're repping him. And honestly, it's a solid fucking wallet. It is seriously, it saved my ass. Actually, because of Bread Wallet, I was able to launch Interview with the Man on the 21st of January, because I used Bitcoin to buy my laptop to set up everything, and that led to a monumental wave of success. And speaking of success, just guys, June 28th, the Body Language Mastery course is opening. I now have 140 people on the pre-registration list. We had 140 people sign up for quarter one, so quarter two is going to be a huge influx of people. June 28th, June 29th, June 30th, July 1st, July 2nd. It's the only time, that's the only time you can get in for quarter two. It's $397. Come quarter three, it's $497. Come quarter four, it's $597. And 2020, it's game over, because I'm gonna be fucking crypto rich by 2020. So I'm not gonna be sitting down doing webinars and stuff. I'm catching the winners now, and then we're going to go and move on to phase 2 of the entire Modern Life Dating project. If you want to be part of that, definitely get in here. Charlie is going to be joining us in the webinars as well.
Of course.
I'll be forcing him to join us. And
I want to join. It's good. It's fun.
And he joined some of the last ones, and when we talked about cryptocurrency and stuff like that as well. So you get double consultation. I mean, Charlie's $75 an hour consultation. I'm $70, and you can come into this thing and get it 2 for 1 and knock them all out for 3 weeks straight. You can come and drill our brains every single day. Other than that, that's all I got to say. Charlie, got anything to say?
Buy Bitcoin.
Buy Bitcoin, guys. Until then, we'll catch you next time. See you later. Peace out.